Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kristen and I'm a yoga and meditation teacher from Vancouver. And if you're returning to my channel, thank you so much for being here and for practicing with me at home. Today I'm guiding you through a 60-minute Yin Yoga evening relaxation class. And this practice will help you unwind through the tissues of your body to let go of any anxieties or stress that you might be carrying from your day and to help you empty out. And I don't know about you, but I need some time at the end of the evening to prepare my body and my mind and my nervous system for sleep. And so I've designed this class to do exactly that for you, so that when you're ready to go to bed tonight, you can move easily into sleep. So we'll get started today in a comfortable seated position, and I'm going to guide you through a very short pranayama practice called left nostril breathing. And this breath practice will help you to shift into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest system. And we'll also begin to slow down the brain waves so that you can move into a deeper sense of relaxation. So we'll take our right hand and we'll bend at our elbow and we'll bring our right thumb and close off our right nostril. If your arm gets heavy or sore, you can always cup the elbow with the opposite palm. And then let's close our eyes and take a moment to find a nice tall spine. Taking a deep breath, relaxing, gently closing off the right nostril. And taking a full breath in through the left nostril only. Inhaling for 4 counts through the left nostril. Coming to the very top of your breath. And exhaling also through the left nostril. 4 steady counts all the way out to the empty space at the bottom of your breath. And we'll continue with that pattern, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, and 4, holding your breath, and exhaling 4, 3, 2, and 1, finding the emptiness at the bottom of the exhale. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, and 1. And keep moving at this steady rhythm for a few more rounds of breath. And with each breath in, imagine a small point of light between the eyebrows, expanding at the top of your in-breath. On the exhalation, releasing and letting go any thoughts, feelings, and impressions from your day. A couple more breaths. Preparing your body and mind for practice. And the next time that you exhale through the left nostril, you can release the right nostril. Bring both hands to your heart center. Breathing in and out through both nostrils. And we'll take a full deep breath in. And let's exhale with open mouth. And you can open your eyes and we'll come into our first long hold. So I recommend working with some bolsters, rolled blankets, and props. We'll take our legs into a wide straddle, adding any props under your knees or under your heels, and then bringing lots of props in front of you. So you want to get really comfortable here. You can start by propping your stomach. If you'd like, stacking a couple of bolsters or a rolled blanket on top of a bolster, leaving some space so that you can breathe. So you can also stack your palms, so your forehead is slightly higher than the prop. And if this feels like too much support for you, then you can take that prop away and lower a little deeper down. Taking a few moments to settle in and adjust. Relaxing your toes. Closing your eyes. Letting the bones of the body soften and drop. Doing a gentle body scan with your attention, just to notice how you're feeling and responding to this shape. Scanning your toes. Your ankles. Feeling both feet relaxed. Scanning your calf muscles, shin bones. Backs of your knees. Kneecaps. Thigh bones. Softening through the hamstring muscles and the quadriceps. And feeling into the hip socket. Pelvis. Tip of the tailbone. And that wide triangular bone at the base of your spine, your sacrum. And can you feel the interconnected web of tissue through the leg lines into the hips and pelvis? And the little rivers of energy beginning to slowly widen and open through the tissue lines of the legs. Simply letting go, feeling stress melting from the lower body. Letting that tension release to Mother Earth. Allowing her to hold any sense of burden the way a mother would for a child. And feeling into the lower back, scanning your spine, each vertebrae of your spine. Feeling into the mid-back, Breathing into the back of the rib cage, feeling the rib cage swell and widen, open. Shoulder blades, back of the heart. Deep within the core of the shoulders. Upper arm bones. Elbows. Forearms. Wrists. All 10 fingers. And palms. And how the interconnected web of tissue also extends into the arm lines and fingertips. Beginning to feel the passage of fluids opening up along the spine. If you're able to go a little deeper, you can slide props away, letting your head drop a little bit more into the pull of gravity. Scanning the back of your neck. And into the space right at the top of the spine, where the vertebrae of the neck meets the base of the skull. Letting go of tension through the base of the skull and along the skull bone into your temples and forehead. Feeling too how this tissue extends over the crown of the head. Three wide breaths in this space. Imagine that your bones are floating in water. And finding that still point in the mind where you can rest in this sensation of floating. Let's bring our fingertips under the shoulders. Take your time to roll up. Your head lifting last. And as you start to roll up, notice your spine. As we release tension from the spine, we're beginning to balance the nervous system. We're crossing our right shin bone in front of the left. So you can start by folding the left knee and then placing the right shin bone in front of the left. Taking a big breath. And as you exhale, we're folding here, adding some support for your forehead. And you can adjust your feet, wiggling the heels further out or closer in. Adding any cushions you might need underneath your knees. Letting go of contraction through the physical body. And finding the sensation of floating. Can you feel the base of the body heavy? A sense of settling into the earth. forehead heavy. Letting go of any thoughts that feel heavy in the body. Letting that drain out through the forehead into the earth. Maybe there are impressions from your day, sights, sounds, smells, conversations, emotional resonance that you're ready to let go of. Moving into a sense of emptying out, becoming empty. Feeling the element of space, empty space, in the bones of your body, through your joints, and what happens to the sensations in your body and your experience of your body as you allow this empty space in. Can your breath fill these empty spaces? Breath traveling through the tissues of the body, expanding beyond the body, shedding tension through your breath. Noticing what you're holding in that subtle fabric of breath. And from the breath, inviting empty space into your mind. Empty spaces between each thought. Taking a breath, fingertips under your shoulders, slowly rolling up. Take your time. The tissue through the lower back and your hip might feel a little sensitive or tender as you come out of this shape. Making any movements or adjustments you need, and then we're taking our legs back into that wide straddle. But this time we're going to fold over our right thigh. So bring your props over to the inside of the right leg. Relax your toes. Shift the body slightly to the right. You can either fold over the knee and thigh, or you can fold a little bit more to the inner leg line. It just depends on how your body feels today. Melting forward and using lots of props. So lots of props will support a shift in your nervous system. becoming soft and receptive. Inviting in the yin quality, which is very healing when it's balanced with the yang qualities of life. And simply observing any erratic energy through the nervous system. And usually that sense of overstimulation in the nervous system is connected to something that's emotionally stressful. Emotions in their nature are like water. They move through us, they express, they move out. There's a fluid quality to emotions. And spending time each day digesting, integrating, processing our emotions is so important. Otherwise, they become stuck and continue to vibrate through the nervous system. And sometimes we're not sure what those stuck emotions are. We only know that we can feel them as stress in body and mind. But as you hold here, holding this space, listening to your body, let your body show you what emotions are living there in your tissues, in your bones. That are ready to be seen and processed and let go. Unlocking these frozen emotions, watching them become like liquid, changing, transforming, like a river moving out. And you can bring your fingertips again under your shoulders, taking your time to roll up. Again, your tissue is a little vulnerable as you first come out of the shape, so moving slowly, Coming back through center and taking a moment to feel the resonance of that posture. Noticing how each Yin Yoga asana or posture reveals something about yourself to you. Finding the hidden language of the asana. And then we'll move into our left side. So let's start by folding the right knee. And then folding the left knee and bringing the left shin bone in front of you. Already sensing into this side of the body, relaxing down through the left hip. And then we'll fold forward from here. Adding support. Making adjustments. Where can you feel a little bit more supported and comfortable? Do you need to prop your knees? Do you need to prop your forehead a little bit more? Do you need to put on a blanket? Holding space. Parting your teeth, relaxing your jaw. Letting go of contraction. Can you begin to sense and notice how you're shedding layers of tension? As one layer sheds, as you're able to let go, and you're moving deeper into this space of quiet, one layer at a time. And this is happening both through your physical body, tissues, nervous system. It's also happening emotionally, mentally. Your awareness piercing through the layers of tension, sensation, emotion, thought, to a space of pure being. Floating in this space. Where in this moment, for this one moment, you can release and let go of your attachments, concerns, needs, wants, and just be. Can you feel the joy and the peace that lives in that feeling of just being? Being like the blade of grass, the tree, being as the wind is, the water, being open to your true nature. And sending that joy and love that you feel from breaking through to this space for this one moment, sending that compassion to every cell of your body, reminding every cell of the body of who you are. Rolling up slowly. And pausing. Basking in that feeling of being close to yourself and close to life. And then we'll come back into a straddle. And we're folding over our left thigh. Lots of support. You might have more restriction through the tissue on this side, or maybe a little bit of less restriction. Exploring the tissue lines through the shape. And as you meditate and bring your attention to sensation, this becomes the entry point to meditation, to communion with the self, to self-understanding. And from this space, becoming a witness. Maybe you're not feeling joy and bliss. Maybe there's a stronger emotion that's arising for you that's uncomfortable. Can you see it from this still receptive space? Just like a mother witnessing the emotions of a child that she loves, holding space.
And trusting that what you need to let go of will reveal itself through your practice. And that to witness these harder emotions that vibrate through us is a gift. A gift of self-understanding, of knowing the deeper layers of our physical stress. For your last few breaths, you can always slide props away, or you can stay exactly as you are. And slowly rolling up. You can take your props off to the side. And before we move into our next long hold, let's have a little bit of movement to integrate those postures. We'll cross our legs, palms to our shin bones, and gently taking the body over to the left, across to the right, rounding back, making some slow, gentle circles, and feeling into the lower half of the body. Lower back, side waists, abdomen, and then reversing the direction of your circle, rounding back and drawing forward, and feeling into the rib cage, shoulders and neck. And then coming back up into a seated position, closing your eyes, rolling the shoulders to your ears, back and down, and just notice your head settled right on top of the pelvis and that open channel through the spine. We'll slide away props from under our sits bones, and we'll come onto our bellies. We're going to come into Sphinx Pose. You can come to all fours and then lower down from all fours to your forearms, resting your pelvis on the ground, untucking your toes,
And we'll take our elbows an inch or two in front of us, unless that's too intense for your body. If it's too intense, keep walking the palms forward until you feel relaxed through the spine. You can always add a block underneath your forehead to hold up your head. If it feels okay to have the elbows a little bit closer to the body, you can adjust there, melting your heart between the shoulders. And this should feel really nice after those forward folds. A nice compression for the tissue that we just stretched. A lot of the tension in our body can be traced back to the sacrum. So noticing here how your sacrum feels, that wide triangular bone at the base of the spine. Noticing the sacral lumbar curve as the compression travels through the lower back. And if you're not feeling a lot, bend your knees, toes to the sky. Making sure that you can breathe. And can you feel into the curves through the spine? Curve of the lower back, and also the curve up through your neck. Feeling a sense of space and openness through the vertebrae of the neck. Drawing the ears in line with the shoulders. So not on top of the shoulders, but in line with the shoulders. So that space at the base of the skull is wide and open. You might even feel a sense of extension through the roof of your mouth. If you'd like to spend the last minute of this hold going a little bit deeper, then bring your feet back down to the floor and we'll move towards seal pose. Palms to the corner of the mat, rooting through your palms, lengthen your arm bones, and again adjust your palms so the further away that your palms are, the less intense this will feel. As you start to walk your palms back towards the body, you'll create a little bit more intensity through this back bend. Feeling your way into the appropriate amount of compression. In this practice, deeper is not always better. Being receptive to what's really going on in your body. And responsive to what you're receiving. So this practice is the art of deep inner listening. Let's take deep, full breaths up into the chest. Last big breath here. Lower back down to the forearms. Widen your elbows, stack your palms. Take your time. Forehead to your palms, heels soften away from each other.
Taking a moment to pause and allow the fluids of the body to circulate through the sacrum and lower back and all along the spine. Bring a little bit of movement to your hips. You can rock your hips a little from side to side. And then bending your knees again. And rock your feet from side to side. Just like windshield wipers. And we're slowly, mindfully beginning to move onto our back. So you can rest your feet again. Thread one arm underneath you. And help yourself onto your back. Take one of your props, so a big bolster, a smaller bolster, and slide that underneath your sacrum. So you can decide how high you want to prop your pelvis. Make sure that your upper body feels relaxed, natural arc through your neck. You can always slide a flat pillow underneath the base of the skull, but make sure it's not higher than that. You don't want to jam the chin too close towards the throat. You want to feel open and spacious. And then we'll extend both legs upwards towards the sky, bringing the thigh bones on top of the hip sockets. Toes relaxed, coming into Waterfall Pose. Waterfall Pose is a gentle inversion that helps us to shift the fluids of the body towards the heart, towards the lungs, and towards the glands of the brain. So as you come into this posture, you might notice a little bit of shaking, and that's normal. Shaking is your nervous system releasing that deeper subconscious stress. You might notice a sense of heaviness through the back body as the heart begins to saturate with fluids. You might sigh and take a deep breath. That's a good sign. That's a sign that your nervous system is shifting. If this feels a little too intense tonight, you can always bring your legs against the wall for that added support. And you might also add your arms, just like you're floating in water, like seaweed. Gathering all the fluids back into center. Feeling the base of your skull heavy. The space between your eyebrows wide, as though all this fluid through the body were gathering now at that space between the eyebrows into the glands of the brain. Cooling down your body. Slowing down the waves of your mind. Muscles relaxed. Breath expansive. Receiving this space of quiet nourishment. Relax your arms. Folding each knee towards your heart. Hands to your shin bones. Taking a breath, and let's round our spine. Before we round our spine, let's interlace our fingers. Slide your palms to the base of your skull like you're cupping the skull bone. Elbows draw straight up to the sky. So you're resting the weight of your head into your palms. There's no tension through your neck. And then curling the spine. Elbows curl to the knees. Letting the skull bone hang. And then relax your head, placing your head back to the ground, feet to the floor. Slide your prop away from underneath you. Readjust through the spine. And let's take a prop between our thighs. So you can work with a pillow or a bolster or even a folded blanket. And then let's bring both knees up towards the heart. And then all the way over to the right. You can also stack extra props under your knees if you're wanting some more support. Wrap the left shoulder slightly underneath you and close your eyes. It's okay to leave your head at a neutral position. Only if there's absolutely no restriction through your neck, letting your head rock over to the left. And this should feel like an easy rotation through the neck. Massaging the center of the body, the organs of the body. Processing, integrating, extracting the nourishment from your day, and letting go of the rest. If you've turned your head to the left, bring your head back to center so that you don't overstretch your neck. Take your right palm underneath your knee and help your knees back to center. As you come back to center, adjust for a moment. You can shift slightly onto your hip as you twist to the opposite side. Twisting over to the left, draping your arm across the thigh, and then opening up across your chest and down through the right arm line. And again, optional twist through your neck. You can bring your head back to center. Allowing this shape, this asana, to fully hold your body. Holding the bones of the body. And allowing you to receive the nourishment of this posture, the open movement and circulation of fluids, of energy, emotion, allowing you to move into this formless, timeless space, this transcendental space. Helping both knees back to center. Slide your prop underneath your knees, and we'll set up for our final relaxation. Rounding your spine one last time. You can add blankets over your body. Having this extra support under your knees is a nice way to support your lower back so that you don't become distracted as you rest here in this deeply integrative posture of Savasana. Wrapping the shoulders underneath you, palms widen away from the body. Toes relax open. Moving into conscious relaxation, the space between waking and sleeping. The alpha brainwave state that's so healing for body and mind. staying in this space, your inner space, your inner sanctuary for several more minutes. Receiving all of the benefits of this beautiful practice. I would love to hear how your practice is going, so please leave your comments below and share with me about your Yin Yoga practice. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and join this community. We'd love to support you with these practices at home. And until next time, Namaste.